I survived 17 years of severe child abuse.
It was throughout my childhood. My father raised me as a single father. My dad was a musician, very handsome, very charming. People did not see it.
Everybody loved my mom. On the outside, she always made sure that everybody thought we had the perfect life. My earliest memories go back to probably the 5th and 6th grade. And from that moment on, I kind of ended up switching schools every couple years. So I went from Watkins School to Kimball, to Eden Valley, to Cold Spring, back to Eden Valley, back to Cold Spring. My friends, they would bring me clothes or deodorant or, whatever I needed. Which is really sad that you'd have to ask your friends to bring you those things. She had driven me to a local park and taken me into a bathroom and put a gun to my head, and she had asked me to give her one reason why I should live. My best friend had told my counselor at school, and then because it was so drastic, the counselor then had to bring in the police. And at that point I was scared because I had previously turned in my mom multiple times. The first few times I was 100% honest about everything. Like, I could nail down every single bump, bruise, scratch, scar, everything. The bite on my nose is from my mom biting it. The bumps on my back are from her hitting me with a broom. The system wasn't able to do anything to help me, and so I had to go back home, and every time I went back, it would be worse for telling, for sharing that, or in her words, I was humiliating her and making her look bad. At the time, I think that they were always trying to do what's best for the family, and for me in that case, what was best for the family wasn't what was best for me. And I stopped sharing, I stopped reaching out, I stopped telling people what's gonna happen when the system won't help me and then I have to go back. Like, am I actually gonna die this time? Like those are thoughts that would go through my head. I had called this family to see if they would take me in, and I let them know that, I was really sorry, but I told them I had nowhere to go. And so from that day forward, I had really put it on myself that I didn't want this family to feel like they had to take care of me, that I didn't want to be a burden because they were doing so much by just giving me a place to stay. That's why I had joined the military, was because that was my way out, my way to be like, okay, the military can give me housing and finances and food and create structure and stability in my life.
We lived in a white community, and it was honorable for a black man to be raising his daughter by himself. He was a batterer in his personal relationships. And then when there was no woman there, that came to me. It wasn't like an everyday thing, but when it happened, it was severe. Throughout the course of all of this, I began to run away at around 12. When I got a little older, I stayed in the streets. I started to learn what the streets were about and how to survive, like most runaways, and then it becomes a way of life. Mainly when they did step in, it was to penalize me. I actually got a ticket for being a habitual runaway, and then they sent me back to a dysfunctional home repeatedly. So they just caused the cycle to go over and over and over again. There was an incident where it escalated like 1,000 times, where it went to kicking and punching, and that's when I was thrown across the room, and my hip began to dislocate after that incident. There was a major effort that had to take place for me to go into foster care, despite all of the evidence and the signs of abuse. I still had to get a lawyer to get into foster care. I did get emancipated at 17 and a half, yep. I did not do it alone. I had a lot of support. My opinion only, the system is perpetually broken. And the people they hire to fix it are not us. You didn't live in the system. You didn't fight the system. You didn't have to convince the system of anything.
So the system wasn't able to work for me, but that doesn't mean that we can't make it work for somebody else.
I would always want young people to know that they have rights, and I would like them to know that they deserve every bit of what everybody else has.
I was never able to keep the pain that my mom gave to me away from others because I was never able to stop her. But if I'm able to be part of an organization that's able to speak out and stop other people that treat their children like that, that's something I want to be part of. And so being with Safe Passage is great because I'm still able to be a voice and share my story.
And I would love to see him funded beyond belief so we could really, really sink our teeth in and make changes. So I just really love that their effort is to make concrete changes within the law. That is amazing.